boys and girls, I'm Alice from Wonderland. I followed my rabbit down a hole and ended up here in the village at Wheelocks. I come here every year for the Easter celebrations, but this year was a little bit different because Ireland's on lockdown, so I can't get home. That's okay, boys and girls, because I have so many friends down here on the Woodland Walk, like the pigs, the goats, Hope the cow, and not to mention all the fairies who live here in the upside down tree. I have been eating so many strawberries since I arrived. The ones dipped in chocolate are my favourite. And the ice creams. Oh, they're so nice. Kinder Bueno, I think, is my favourite. My friend Bluebell, she's a fairy, was telling me all about the story writing competition that all of you boys and girls have been entering. She said that she has read every single one of your stories and that they are fantastic. I can't wait to read them. It got me thinking though. I have so much time on my hands down here, and I have so many stories I'd love to share with you all. How does that sound? Let's go to my book. This first one is called Bee Wanted Stripes. Bertie the bee was a rather vain young bee. Every morning, as soon as he woke up, he would find a large dewdrop in which to admire his own reflection. The thing that Bertie liked best about himself was his stripes, and he thought they were the smartest, flashiest fashion accessory that an animal could have. He just wished he had more, but he only had a couple. Still, he thought, these are fine stripes. Then he had an idea. What if he could get some more stripes? Then he would be the stripiest bee around, and everyone else would admire him too. I know what I'll do, he said. I'll ask some other very stripy animals how they got their stripes, and maybe I could copy them. He buzzed off through the woodland, looking for striped animals to ask. He flew across the fields, and then over the sea, and at last he reached a place where he seemed to find quite a few striped animals. The first animal he approached looked like a striped horse. "Hello, Neddy," said Bertie, landing on his nose. "I'm not a horse," said the zebra. "Get off my nose." "I beg your pardon," said Bertie. "I just wanted to ask you, how did you get so many stripes?" "Well," said the zebra, "I used to be all brown. Then, one day, I came across a piano in the middle of the plain. As I walked past the piano, its black and white keys started to play a little tune. Then I looked down and I found that I had turned all black and white too. And if you believe that, you'll believe anything," said the zebra. And he laughed. Bertie continued on his way. Now he could see a large striped cat. "Hello, pussycat," said Bertie, landing on the creature's back. "I'm not a cat. I'm a tiger. Get off my back," growled the tiger. "I'm so sorry," said Bertie. "I just wanted to ask you how you got your stripes." "Well," said the tiger, "I used to be all yellow, and then one day when I was a little cub, I was playing with a ball of black string, and I got all tangled up in it, and that's how I got my stripes. And if you believe that, you'll believe anything." He started to laugh, and he walked off. Bertie continued on his way. Soon he could see the long striped worm slithering through the grass. "Hello, little worm," said Bertie, landing on the worm's tail. "I'm not a worm. I'm a snake, and get off my tail." "Oh dear, I didn't mean to upset you," said Bertie. "I just wanted to ask you how you got your stripes." "Well," said the snake, "I used to be all brown, and then one day I was crossing the road just as the traffic lights were changing from red to green. And when I reached the other side, I found that the red and green striped me from head to toe. And if you believe that, you'll believe anything." And he started to laugh as he slithered away. Bertie continued on his way once more, and he spotted a squirrel with a stripy tail. "Hello, squirrel," he said, landing on the animal's paw. "I'm not a squirrel. I'm a ringtail lemur. And get off my tail." "I do apologise," said Bertie. "I just wanted to ask you, how did you get your stripy tail?" "Well," said the ringtail lemur, "my tail used to be all white, and then one day I was playing hula hoop with my friends. I said that they could use my tail as a target, and they threw all the rings onto my tail. But they got stuck. And that's how I got a striped tail. And if you believe that, you will believe anything. Well, thought Bertie, I better give it a go. First he looked for a piano on the plane, but he couldn't find one. There wasn't a piano anywhere. Then he looked for a ball of string, but he couldn't find one of those either. He did find a set of traffic lights, and he buzzed backwards and forwards in front of them until he was dizzy, but he didn't get any more stripes. Finally, he called out, "Anyone want to play a game of hula hoop?" But no reply. I'll just have to make my own way home, thought Bertie, sadly. He flew all through the night and arrived home exhausted in the morning. Just then, he met Clarence, a wise old bee. "Clarence," he said, "I've asked lots of people how they got more stripes because I really want some, but they only gave me silly answers." Clarence looked at Bertie rather sternly and said, "You only get the stripes you were born with, Bertie. And besides, do you know what you would be if you had more stripes? You would be a wasp." Bertie was horrified. The last thing he wanted to be was a wasp. Wasps are always going around frightening and stinging people, and no one liked them. Bertie thought for a few moments and then said, "Perhaps just having a few stripes, but being liked by others is better after all." The end.